Hello, my name is Gauri Ghate, and this is another lecture on our series of Indian Express Explained lectures. In this series, we get to you carefully curated articles from Indian Express Explained that are important for your CLAT preparation. So, the article that we have today is this one, which says that India seeks to join the IEA and why its request for membership is not a straightforward process. Okay, so let's understand why it's important for your CLAT preparation. Organizations like SCO have been asked not once but twice in your CLAT. Since this organization is in news, it becomes important for us to follow this organization and understand its nitty-gritties and workings. Okay, so the IEA stands for the International Energy Agency, but what the tricky part is that why the request for India's membership is not a straightforward process. क्यों सीधे से इंडिया मेंबर नहीं बन सकता है आईईए का, और ये आईईए की मेंबरशिप स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड प्रोसेस क्यों नहीं है? Which brings us to another international organization, OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So these are the two organizations that we'll be focusing on today and try to understand how it connects to India's membership to the IEA. Okay, so let's begin. The OECD, or the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, was formed in 1961. We need to understand this before we understand the IEA, okay? Because this predates the IEA, right? So it was formed in 1961. At present, it has 38 member countries, and it usually includes high-income countries, high income and high HDI, Human Development Index countries. Okay, so we can gauge that mostly these are European countries, America, because these countries are high income and high HDI countries. Okay, this came into effect by the convention on OECD, yes, which was signed in 1961. Its secretariat is in Paris, France. The important part is 1961, which was the year of its formation. Every country gets one vote, which you can either vote for, or you can abstain. There's no veto. They have annual ministerial meetings, and India is a participating member. India is not a full-time member of the OECD, which is what brings us to the problem of why India's bid for the IEA membership is not a straightforward process. Okay, now let's go to 1967. एक स्टोरी सुनते हैं हम. 1967 में there was something called the 6-day war between the Arab countries and Israel, and because of this, Israel took control of a huge area surrounding it. To get back this area in the year of 1973, there was something by the name of Yom Kippur War, which again was between the Arab countries, which was Syria, Egypt and Jordan on one side and Israel on the other side. The Yom Kippur War resulted in the victory of Israel. However, in the aftermath of this war, most of the oil-producing countries decided to create an embargo. Embargo मतलब हम तेल नहीं बेचेंगे किसी को, right? Embargo or oil embargo, which happened in 1973 and 74. and they decided to stop selling oil to countries that supported Israel in the Yom Kippur War. So this caused a situation of emergency between a lot of countries that supported Israel and a lot of countries that were member of the OECD. अब इनने क्या decide किया? It was decided that we'll form an organization to secure our own energy needs and not be dependent on the oil producing countries. Which is why in the year 1974, the IEA or the International Energy Agency was formed under the umbrella of the OECD. So one of the, okay, we'll get to the membership later. Its headquarters or secretariat was initially a shared secretariat that with that of OECD, but then later they shifted to an independent place, and it is still in Paris. Right? Okay. These countries have 75% of oil consumption globally. Then we have the agreement of IEA, which was signed in 1974. And finally, we come to the membership. So, to become a member of the IEA, first you should be a member of OECD. First, you should be a member of the OECD. And secondly, you should have 90 days worth of reserves of crude oil for emergency situations. Okay, for emergencies. Emergency reserves. Okay, so these are the two prerequisites that you need to have to become a member of the IEA. Currently, India has 74 to 77 days of oil reserves as per a statement given by the Minister of Power in the Lok Sabha in the month of January-February. So currently India has 74 to 77 days of emergency oil reserves, which means अगर हम 74 से 70 मतलब around 74 दिनों तक oil नहीं खरीद पाएंगे तो भी India's energy needs would be fulfilled. So we need to fulfill these two prerequisites to become a member of the IEA. Okay, and at present India is an accessory because इसका accession होने वाला है because we are bidding for a full-time membership of the IEA. Now that you know basics of these two organizations, ये कब बनी? One was formed in 1961, the other one was formed in 1974. Both of them have their secretariats in Paris. For the membership of IEA, you need to be a member of OECD. We've covered all of these facts. Now let's get to this article. This article says that India has been seeking full-time membership for last few years. In October 2023, it submitted a formal request to become a member of the IEA. But agreeing to India's request would require the body to amend its founding character. As we've seen the two prerequisites, because India is not a member of OECD, it will be difficult for IEA to intake India, and to do that, it will have to amend its founding character. Okay. At its recent annual ministerial meeting in Paris last week, the IEA welcomed the progress being made on India's request for full membership of organization. As of now, India is an associate member. India full-time member nahi hai. India is an associate member of the Paris-based agency, which is the IEA, which is a leading intergovernmental body that works on energy security, global energy policy, and now increasing climate change and energy transitions. So initially, when IEA was formed, it was heavily focused on oil and oil reserves of every country and maintaining energy security, because back then, in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, our energy production was solely based on oil-based resources or non-renewable resources. But now, since we are acknowledging the fact of climate change, we are agreeing to energy transitions from non-renewable to renewable sources, from polluting energy sources to green energy sources. Since we are shifting to nuclear power, since we are shifting to wind energy, solar energy, the IEA has also diversified the work that it does on energy security, global energy policy, climate change, and energy transitions into more clean energy and renewable energies. But India's request for membership is not straightforward. It would require the IEA to amend its founding legal framework, which restricts membership only to OECD countries. So India is not an OECD country. IEA was created in 1974 as one of the responses to the global oil crisis triggered by the decision of major Arab oil producing countries to impose an embargo on oil supplies to countries that were seen supporting Israel during the Yom Kippur War. किस साल हुआ था? 1973 में हुआ था Yom Kippur War. The embargo had led to unprecedented rise in oil prices and fuel scarcity. So as we've seen, because the oil producing countries issued an embargo against the countries that supported Israel, oil prices went skyrocketing up. इस क्राइसिस से क्या एक्सपोज हुआ, हमें क्या पता चला? हमारी वल्नरेबिलिटी ऑफ मेजर इंडस्ट्रियल कंट्रीज, जो बड़ी बड़ी कंट्रीज हैं, उनकी एक वीकनेस सामने आई, which was their dependence on oil, which also happened to be biggest consumers of oil. So major industrial countries happen to be the biggest consumers of oil, which is but natural, क्योंकि अगर आप इतना ज्यादा इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड हो, इतना ज्यादा इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्शन आपका चल रहा है, तो you would require that amount of energy and you would consume that amount of oil and energy resources. These countries which had formed the OECD a decade earlier, as we've seen, OECD was formed in 1961, decided to act together to reduce and manage their dependence on imported oil. On imported oil. One of the results of their decision was setting up of IEA by 17 OECD countries. Currently, there are 32 members to the IEA. Okay. Yeah. So they set up the IEA. Why? So that in emergency situations, as we've seen, उनका 90 days का emergency oil reserves आपके पास होना चाहिए. So in case of another embargo-like situation, in case of another oil crisis, these IEA countries can work together and manage with each other's by sharing each other's resources in case of emergencies. IEA's original mandate was to ensure that oil supplies were kept stable and potential disruptions in future were anticipated, prevented through timely action. अगर हमें लग रहा है कि oil supply में oil prices ऊपर नीचे होने वाले हैं, then it would become the IEA's goal to anticipate मतलब समझना कुछ चीज होने से पहले, right? Anticipate to prevent these changes that would create volatility in the prices of oil. Then we have it also developed an elaborate mechanism to deal with oil emergencies in future, making mandatory for every member country to maintain certain minimum strategic stocks, 90 days जिसका हमने देखा है, which can be used to neutralize supply disruptions. So immediate short term में these countries can use these stocks, the stocks worth of 90 days of oil supply. They can use this stock to neutralize the price of oil and volatility in its price. The emergency mechanism has been used several times. कब हुआ था, important है, 1991 Gulf War में जब oil prices ऊपर नीचे हुए थे तब यूज हुआ था, and in the wake of Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Okay, so these two times are a few examples of where this mechanism has been used. Many more countries became member of the IEA at a later stage, but it was kept open only for the OECD members. Currently, there are 32 full-time members. Last week's ministerial meeting was held in Colombia. Important. Where was the ministerial meeting of 2026 held. It was held in Colombia. Colombia was inducted as, of course, meeting Paris mein hogi. Colombia was inducted as the 33rd full member. Colombia had became member of OECD in 2020, thus clearing the way for its induction in IEA. Okay, गलती से बोल दिया. Let's revise. Meeting हुई थी पेरिस में and Colombia was inducted as the 33rd member. Okay, expansion कैसे हुआ था in 2015? IEA opened its doors for non-OECD countries to become associate members. कौन बना associate member? India became an associate member. India became the associate member in 2017. There are 13 associate members right now. Over the years, IEA's role has changed significantly, as we've discussed, because of the diversification of energy sources. Newer technology आई है, expansion of energy production हुआ है, and the crisis caused by climate change. IEA now concerns itself not just with oil, but with a variety of energy sources, including the renewables, as we have discussed. Climate change, decarbonization, energy transition, all of this is what IEA is now focusing on. Now, since countries like China, India, and Brazil are not members of OECD, they are the associate members of OECD, which is why they are not members of full-time members of IEA either. They are becoming major players in the energy market because China, India, and Brazil, all three of these countries are developing economies. They are industrializing. In fact, China is industrializing itself very, very, very quickly. So, which is why these countries are huge consumers of energy. They are huge consumers of oil. So, these countries should be a part of the IEA because they would form, because they are finally at an equal footing with the members of IEA currently. When it was set up, the member countries amounted for 60% of global energy demand. उसके बाद ये नीचे चला गया 40% पे, despite the number of member countries increasing to 30. Why did this happen? Initially, let's see, in 1974, जो member countries थी वो उनकी सबकी डिमांड मिला के एक 60% डिमांड मार्केट की हो रही थी. But later on, it went down to 40% when member countries increased to 30. Why did this happen? Because other industrial countries came up, as we've discussed China, we've discussed India, we've discussed Brazil. Because these countries started demanding more energy, they started consuming more energy, the entire amount of energy demanded globally increased, which is why even if the number of countries increased in the IEA, now the demand percentage share went down. उसके बाद उन्होंने क्या किया? They decided to, as we've seen, they decided in 2015, decided to open up associate membership to non-OECD countries. उसके बाद countries like Brazil, South Africa, Indonesia, Egypt, Thailand, all of these countries joined and 80% of global energy demand उनके पास अब हो गई. Because जो energy consuming countries थी उनको associate member बना के ले लिया. In India's quest for membership, we've been seeking this for a few years. As we've seen, October 2020 में हमने हमारी official request submit की थी, formal request, and it's come up with India's bilateral discussions with US as well. So we've been incorporating this in our bilateral discussions with US as well. The move to become a full member arises mainly because we desire a role in the decision making process of IEA, because IEA it's an influential body, right? Because it deals with energy security and India needs energy security right now. Okay, because there'll be discussion on climate change, energy transition, clean energy technologies, etc., etc. And it has one of the most comprehensive energy databases. Agreeing to India's request would, however, require the IEA to amend its founding charter. IEA's expansion till now has happened either through countries that were already OECD members or through those that joined OECD, for example, Colombia, as we've seen upar, right? Since there is no inclination from India to seek OECD membership. We do not seek OECD membership, which is why IEA would have to either amend its eligibility criteria from membership or make an exception for India. या तो वो अपने चार्टर को ही अमेंड करे, विच मीन्स चेंज करे, उसमें एडिशन लाए, या इंडिया के लिए एक एक्सेप्शन कंसिडर करे. Current deliberations suggest that amendment to IEA's legal framework might be open on the cards, which means IEA is open to amending its founding charter to allow for India's membership to IEA. It has repeatedly supported India's bid to become a member and has said that it's actively considering it. Because why? Because it's world's most populous country, increasing the central role in efforts to safeguard energy security. Okay, हम इतने बड़े प्लेयर अब हो चुके हैं कि हम we deserve an equal footing at the IEA. Okay, another reason that's important here is that IEA has published several India-focused reports. Also, the IEA did a special report on the Lifestyle for Environment Initiative of India. Lifestyle, the Life Initiative. The Lifestyle for Environment Initiative is a brainchild of India, which was introduced. Yes, it was introduced in 2021 of COP26, which was held in Glasgow. Okay, which is where this Lifestyle for Environment initiative was introduced by India. It was launched, and it basically includes a large number of people. As we've seen, India is the most populous country. A large number of people living a very environmentally sustainable lifestyle and incorporating sustainable methods to support the environment and for coexisting with the environment at a large scale. When we make lifestyle changes for a sustainable future, that is what is the aim of the Life Initiative. And the recent special report of IEA was on the Life Initiative, and it revealed the widespread adoption of simple lifestyle changes that had the potential to avoid global emissions by as much as 2 billion tons by 2030, which was the recent report of the IEA. Okay, so we've seen two international organizations. We've seen the OECD, we've seen the IEA, we've seen the history behind both of these organizations. How was OECD formed and why was the IEA formed? We've seen the 6-Day War, we've seen the Yom Kippur War of 1973, and why in 1974, finally after an oil embargo, was the IEA formed. What are their headquarters? What are the conditions for the membership of the IEA? The two conditions, one where you have to be a member of the OECD, and the other one where you need to have 90 days worth of oil resources, emergency and strategic resources to collaborate with the other countries and manage the volatility in the oil prices in the global market. All of these are the facts that we've studied today. Both of these are important international organizations that you must remember. Please remember all of the facts that I've mentioned over here. And if you think that there are other facts that CLAD could possibly ask you, please comments mein aap daliye. If you watched the video till the end, thank you so much, and I hope that this helps in your CLAD preparation.